these headphones down here. Come on. Come on. Peace. There we go. Come on. Hang in there. Hang in there. Shit. Hang in there, brother. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Man. Whew. Got everything over here. Been a rough one. Trying to get it going. To say the least. Well, you know I'm online. Let's see here. Refresh this guy. Yeah, we've been having some technical difficulties with these computers a little bit. Crazy. Let's see. It looks like the same. Let's see here. Oh, this might be it. It's a little bit slow going there. Come on, brother. Load up. Alright, now last time. Okay. So I see that. Is that right? It says I'm offline right here. That's not right. I know it will let me. Come on now. Where the hell is it? It's supposed to let me view into another thing here, man. Come on, where you at? Come on now. I'm trying to say I'm offline. I know that's not right. Well. Shit. Oh, what's up with this thing, man? It's acting crazy right here. I'm trying to work this damn thing out, man. It's crazy. I can't see anything on here, guys. Dang it. Dangerous arm technicalities. Eventually, I'll get it tight between the live stream and the dogs. Okay, here we go. I got something going on here now. Looking like it says we have an event. Let's go into the control room. I think that's what I do here. I mean, I think they should make that easier. Maybe I should write to them or something, you know. You guys should make this stuff here a little bit easier, man. So those of us old school players, we're not, whatever. All right, let's check out the live control room, guys. See if, excuse me, that's on. So I can see what's going on in this daggone thing. Silly. So I've got, okay, let's see here. It's saying live. It's saying we're looking good. Okay. All right. I think we're online now. It's seeming like the same pattern as last time here. I'm feeling it. Come on, bitch. Ah, there we go. Hey. All right. Now we're there. Jeez. Let's see if I can get a test, type action here. Make sure. Okay, I can see that. Certified. Hey. 7 ounce, like, ooh, yeah, All right, Brian, hey. Oh, the mic volume is a bit low, you said? Let me see here, hold on here. I don't know. Hold on. I can hold it up to, I guess my mouth like this. I did a couple videos. I know they're kind of low, but it just seemed like you could really hear. Let me turn that music down. It seemed like you could really hear pretty well, but I don't know. It is a little bit low. Let me see here. I'm sure they'll hit me with some kind of stupid ass copyright. Whatever, man. They've been pulling videos down because I use some of these beats. It's like, dude, they're not even monetized, man. Give me a damn break. Okay. This weekend I'm looking for. Yeah, oh yeah, we're always looking forward to playing craps, Brian. All right, so what's up, Brian? Sean, certified Cushmaster. Hey. Well, I've got to make sure I don't miss anyone else there. Hey, Jacob, certified. So, hey, how does this sound? Testing. Does this sound okay? Okay, good deal. Snoop. Hey, well, here's how it's going. We always started off. Bubbler's in the other room with the wife, so I got the one hitter right here. I had to get away from that thing. That thing's killer with this stuff. So yeah. Oh, hey, Scott. Scott Bias. So I wanted to tell you I released a random roll earlier this week. Had a random roll, the one, and I can't remember what it was called. And I have another one, but I have to edit. The camera moved, and it ended up showing me, like showing my face. I was looking directly down at it, and I said, "Oh shit!" Because I go through and try to look at them, these videos after I finish them up to make sure, I don't want my face to be out there or anything like that. But it's a pretty nice one. I think it's like in the 20s, and I wanted to get it out there immediately so you could see that I was rolling. There wasn't much delay, in between. No, we never did. Bone Thrower was Brian. We were to answer your question. We had Bone Thrower. He ended up showing up late on the last live stream. We're not late. Probably an hour into it. We went for like 3 hours. There's no way I'm going 3 tonight. I know I'll go an hour. I'm gonna try to ease back, but save a little juice because you never know. Might do a pop in later on in the week, and I will nail down. So to answer your question, we did have a nice one. He was sitting back, kicking back at the last one. It was pretty cool. But I'd like to go an hour, and in the live stream last time, we had some people brought up about having, and Bone Thrower brought it up as well, about one of his videos about, having, set, Tuesday or Wednesday type thing. And, no excuses, but, we did just get these 2 little doggies that are just incredible. So, it really messes it up because I try to get to a time where, the wife can handle them and things. Like, she, had a gig last night, so, I had to watch them. So there's no way I'm going to be able to live stream and do the dog. So, never saw a 2 or a 12 at a crapless table. Hey, Sam. No. I'm mid. I'm around the mid, mid to eastern, that kind of way over here. Yeah, kind of, tell you, that's something in itself. I'd really like to be out in Vegas, man, which brings up a good point. Something I wanted to say that, well, I want to say this real quick and then get to this 7 and out thing. That once you get to a certain level of dice control, it almost hurts you because you need casinos. You need casinos. You need casinos because, and like I said, I'm going to keep beating this dead horse. I just truly think that once you develop the skill of dice control, and you're yeah, I've been a couple times there. It's okay, Brian. It's all right. Um, I did want to live there till the Vegas shooting, but what I like, and I'm sorry about all those folks that lost their lives there. Of course, I think that there was some funny shit going on there. I'm gonna try to get this out. Excuse me. Um, fuck was I saying? Sorry. Hitting these damn things right here. You guys ever see those? I know you have. Really smooth, mellow. Okay, back to it's all about undercover. For me, my game is all undercover. It's all undercover. We're not selling you anything, but it's all undercover because once you start developing the serious dice control, I mean, some people don't think it's real, but once you start really developing it, uh, you can. It's, I think we get trapped in our matrix, our own matrix, because you're there rolling by yourself, or if you have someone else rolling with you. With me, it's typically I'm by myself late night, just grinding it out. I mean, putting in that work. That's how you get it. I mean, that's with any sport or anything though. Just grinding. When no one's around, because you're not trying to show no one your ass or nothing. You're just wanting to be thorough. And minding your business, so to speak. But we need more casinos. We need more casinos as our skill grows up. It's like we're baby. When you start off, you're a baby dice controller. You're like, okay, well, setting the dice and things like that. You're like, okay, this dice set. Okay, I'm avoiding the 7 a little bit more with this kind of thing. I'm getting frustrated a lot. That happens. That happens. But once you get to that point where you're consistent, you get, you get past all that roughness, because there's a lot of rough patches. I'm not gonna lie, I went through some rough patches, but I just kept grinding. You know what I mean? And as you keep grinding and you stay on it every day, all of a sudden you start seeing your game really change. But once your game really changes, you got to understand that we're in a matrix and we're watching probably good rolls all the time. Unless when we go to the casino, and then a lot of times we're not watching good rolls. You guys know that. They're shitty rolls. Now this will go into the story. A buddy of mine, I still work part time. Guy I was working with, he said that he went to the casino, local casino here, and he's exactly, Jacob, exactly. I mean, I'd love something like that, man. I hear they have tournaments and stuff like that in Vegas, man. Stuff like that's kind of neat to me. I mean, I'd really like to be a part of something like that, but it's a way. I mean, see, I'd like to. My natural instinct is, yeah, I'd like to be a part of something like that. But then there's the, oh, see, I just don't want to stand out. I want to really be low key. So he says that he's rolling over here at the local casino, and he has a roll where he throws, where he like grabs it like this, and he just kind of throws them, back like that. Just kind of throws them back behind him like that or whatever. And he said he rolled like an 8 or whatever, and he was up some money or whatever, and, from roulette, that kind of thing. He's really a roulette player, and gets aggressive. Does pretty well too, and he gets aggressive. Gets the money, gets up on the casino. Does well in the fact that he gets up on the casino with their money, then he fires right back at them. That's my whole game. That's what I'm about when it really comes down to it. But he said that he was rolling the dice and was not hitting the wall a lot of the times, and he asked him. He said, well, you guys, fight night for craps. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. All underground home crap tables only? Exactly. Like when I was training hard. It wasn't like the big, like a, fancy, like a World's Gym or Planet Hollywood, something like that. It was like low-key dungeon work where it wasn't, it was like gritty and dark, you know what I mean? Dim, playing AC/DC, Highway to Hell, and, all that stuff. But where was that? Sorry, I got derailed there. But yeah, man. I mean, we need more casinos, and we have to go low key. You really, uh, like I said, I know I'm gonna keep beating this dead horse into the ground, but I never thought that when I started dice control that, I always looked up to and look forward to being similar to like a dominator or the captain or the arm, the lady who is not named as the arm. Exactly, Sean. That's what I'm talking about. I'm with you, Brian. I'm with you. Oh, well, hey, I don't have space either. We're moving actually, but here shortly. Um, Good point, Sean. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Why don't we have anything like that? We don't have any World Series of craps. You know what I mean? So then we can see, get the badasses out there. You know what I mean? People talking shit and really see what's really going down. If you know what I mean, whatever. But no, they want to shut us down. Start, putting those stupid bubble wrap or bubble what that what I'm talking about, the bubblegum crap. I hate that. You're right, Sam. You're right. Um, well, Brian, I wanted to tell you though. I started off with a very small box. Very small box that was only every bit of probably 2 foot wide by maybe 2 foot deep or 3 foot deep. You want to try to, I think maybe 3 foot deep. 'Cause that's really not that deep. Yeah, I know they have tournaments, Kush. I've seen that. I've seen that over there in craps. You don't hear much about it though. I mean, it's not really, doesn't seem to be like something they really push. You know what I mean, and promote, which they should. Which that would bring more players into their casinos, and plus they could get more data on the real rollers. When they show up. Wonder like, well, this guy seems to be showing up doing well. That kind of shit. But they will. To finish the story about my buddy, though, he was rolling the dice and he was not hitting the back wall. And he said, well, why aren't you guys getting on me for not hitting the back wall? I thought you guys want me to hit the back wall. And look what these SOBs said. Some bitches had nerve to say, well, we know you're not trying to scam us or anything. So they think we're trying to scam them by dice controlling. Huh? I mean, he said that to me. I said, wow. I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. I always tell them, I'm like, dude, you know, they sweat dudes like me, man. It's just, it don't work. It doesn't work like you think. You get this great skill build up, but you're not going to be able to, I mean, you're going to need, multiple casinos to really be able to open up. I'm unable to open up like I want to. You know what I mean? Or I'd be loaded, believe me. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to beat up and mess up, the local casinos by going and, hey, Rasta, good to see you. Yeah, they do have them for on Amazon for about 100. Absolutely. The key with them is I know I'm jumping, but the key is, I mean, I'd rather talk about what you guys want to talk about anyway. But you guys bring up uh, with the short table. What I'm reminded of is you really have to control the rollout. One thing I will say about Cuckoo Ninja, I like that name, Cuckoo, from BT, uh, is I remember a video where he was talking about the dice. They land. You first start off, people like I never talk about this, but I read all about it, and I've seen Bone Thrower talk about it, but not really like, when your dice hit off the wall and come back. Some people insist on being, hey, they have to be 6 inches diameter, or 3 inches. They can't move or more than that, or it's not dice control. That's just bullshit. I mean, I can guarantee it's bullshit. Yeah, actual table for about 12,000, whatever with that. 12,000, whatever with that. Law, exactly. What the hell was I saying? Shoot. Um, yeah, so what whistle there? I don't know where I was at. Oh yeah, but he did say that like that's one thing that Cuckoo did mention was this the dice, and it's good for someone starting out. But that's not, don't get locked into, that kind of dice control, because dice control, I assure you, is moving the dice all around the table. I mean, I didn't used to think that, but I'm not bragging, but this is the truth and it's a fact. The stuff you guys see here and the stuff you see at Bone Thrower, I'm telling you, I have to watch some of his stuff a couple times sometimes just to realize what the hell he's doing with the dice. You know what I mean? Because it's really amazing. I mean, it's really amazing. So you're going to see some stuff that's not in the books that probably really should be in the books. And it's okay, it's not in the books. I'm perfectly fine with, what I mean? Whatever with that shit. That's not the point. The point is it's ongoing. Like, we're constantly pushing this envelope of dice control. I can't speak for anyone else. I watch his videos and I watch mine. I know how we're doing it. I know that he is constantly pushing and pushing to find that the gold. You know what I mean? Just making that drag racing car go a little bit faster, just tweaking a little bit more. Cushmaster, how wide is your table? I'm about to build it. Let me see here. I've got a measuring tape underneath. I think it's Let me see here. Looking underneath the table here. Got some tools down here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's just measure it out and find out. $3 foot. Like inside here, 3 foot. Yep. 3 foot. 36 1/4 inches. 36 1/4. Stick 1 is right around 8 foot. Stick 2, 7.5 to 8 foot. Stick 2 is 8.5, 9 foot. 9 1/4, something like that. So I got them marked out actually right here. Yeah, because where my hand is right here on my table, this is 7 foot. Right here, this is 7 foot. Then this is 8 foot where the dice are. This is 9. I'm reading 9 1/4, like right here, like back in here. So when I'm on video, I have to throw, a little bit like right in here, about. So if I'm throwing right here, so this is like my hand is exactly at 9. The dice are exactly at 9 foot, 9 1/4, right here, and the table is over 10 foot. Hey, appreciate that, Sam. Hey, you're more than welcome, Cushmaster. Oh yes, Charlie. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh yeah. How big is your table in your garage, Charlie? Like how long is it? Matador. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I at least have my stick. My table's only like 10 3/4, something like that. 'Cause that's all I could fit in this room, man. Believe me. When we move, I'm gonna build either a 14 foot or a 16, but whatever, and try to get it as close to like the width as possible, so I can get that correct rollout. Because the roll I'm doing now, you guys gotta see this video that I'm getting ready to put out. I'm not gonna show this roll too much though. So you might have to go back check that out. I might have to, a couple times. I might, just as a reference, probably put maybe 1 or 2 more videos out. But this roll is gnarly. I'm telling you. Hey, that music that music's not too loud, is it? I mean, is it okay? Like in the background, just kind of playing a little bit. It's not interfering with. Can hear what we're talking about here. Oh, sweet. Okay. Word. Nice. Yeah. So in this throw, it literally, I mean, it'll take a little bit to get it down, but I'm just saying that it's very possible to control the dice wall crasher, because I can't remember who brought it up. Someone brought it up, all sevens wall crasher. I'm not using an all sevens. So I've got 2 videos. One I just did before this one, and I think I threw I was just rolling. I used the crap gold. I showed again the craps gold, but I used it hitting the bowl. Like I'm literally shooting like in here into the wall, literally to the wall. I'm not trying to hit bounce into the wall. I'm actually throwing into the wall, and it's coming like boom, coming off, landing over here, and some of them are even bouncing off that wall. So I know I can get longer rolls out of it if my table was a little more regulation, the width, of the tables at the casino, I guess. But I mean, it doesn't matter anyway. But and then so I go from left and I go to right. I throw the right, and I'm literally like, it's pretty nasty, because if you did this throw at the casino and you're showing dice control at this throw, they're going to know exactly what you're doing. They're going to know exactly, because there's a lot of rolls where I'm throwing where they'll hit the damn rim up here. They'll hit the rim, like the edge of the table. I'm not even trying to do that, but I'm trying to hit like this part of the bowl so I can get the grind around. like some gnarly grind, like literally go into the bowl, bounce it around. It just works out like that. These dice are literally like skating up here on the thing. A lot of them. And then coming down and staying away from the 7. Now, if you do that over and over at the casino, come on now. You know full well they're going to be like, okay, come on now. And if you're going back and forth, left to right, I'm trying to get a little wise about some of the things we're showing here, because I think we kind of got to be careful, because, we might be stepping on our own nuts, by showing too much. You know what I mean? If we're showing the toilet bowl and showing the bowl, because we really want to get to where it looks like, really, ultimately, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I think dice control, once you really get consistent, you have to work on looking like you're not consistent. You have to then try to go towards looking like you're not, or looking like you are a random roller, not a controlled shooter, because they'll recognize a controlled shooter very easily. And I wish I would have picked up on that at first when I very first started, but I didn't. I let them kind of see me at the local casino a little bit. Some nice little rolls early on, and so, coming back doing it, and that's really not good. Especially when you're taking money off of them and they see other people like tipping you money on video from your rolls, and they got big money on the line. You know what I mean? Like $500+. It just brings the heat, and it just, So I've been working on these random rolls and all this crazy shit, but I just wanted to tell you, I've got a nasty roll up on here. It's really nasty where we're hitting the thing. Here, I'll throw a couple. You can see what I'm saying here. Let's see. I just need to get your bumpers and the table will be ready. Oh, sweet, sweet. There's nothing like having your own table. I'll tell you what. Nothing like having your own table, I'll tell you what. Where's my landing zone? Just ignore him. Is someone on here? Something going on? See, it doesn't show up on my thing. It cuts them out. I have a filter, so you guys might be seeing someone on here talking shit. I imagine that we're going to have that, though, guys. Oh, wow. Imagine we're going to have that. We're going to have people come in that are going to want to, troll us and hate us and all that kind of stuff. Whatever. They just, it's like a kid that wants to fit in, that can't fit in, that wants to fit in. All they have to do is just quit hating and start relating. And it's not really hard, to do that simple thing. And then all of a sudden you can break, or not you, our regular viewers, but those haters can break out of their matrix, their own matrix, and then realize, oh, this shit's really real, and people are really using casinos as ATMs low key. Wow, I can actually, yeah, because people are doing it, But we're not trying to be idiots about it. We're trying to, be smarter than, we'll just say, the wave that came before us, with Dominator and Frank Scoblay and those guys. Those guys got way known out there, man. I don't want nothing to do with that. I want the monies, the big monies, but I need more casinos. Because it's hard to devastate and beat up. You've seen the video. You've seen the videos where I'm hitting those numbers. I don't know if I released the one where I hit like 3 5s in a row or 3 8s, just whatever, man. It's just ridiculous shit, If they see you doing that one time, you probably should leave unless you're going to bet on someone else. And then do like some funky betting, not to show that you know what you're doing on the betting, okay? Because if you come in and throw again like that, they're going to know who you are. I'm just telling you, they're going to know who you are, guys. I'm not yelling at you. I get excited because it's like, damn, man, this is like gold. This is like gold. I know people like stock market and all that. That's great. But we can literally go into a casino with the skill. Any casino, beat them down, make some money, and get up out of there in like 15, 20 minutes. As long as not a lot of people on the table, we don't have to wait for the dice. You know what I mean? We don't show our ass and try to get greedy, stick around too long. And I'm not pointing a finger at anybody. There's nothing wrong with making your money. Just my game now is I don't want them to see me more than one roll, really. Especially if I get on and I'm throwing like, you see, like, I don't know if I released it yet, but one of the rolls, yeah, that's right, I haven't released it yet. It's one I'm going to release after we live stream. Half the rolls are in between 8 and 9. Almost half of them. Almost half, because there's 18 rolls between 8 and 9. Now, if you think they're not going to notice that, and then you get the dice back, I'm hot after that. I'm not going to be crapping out no bullshit after that. I'm going to be hot. Hitting the hall and tall twice and the same thing and all that shit. You got to mind it, man. Take care of it. Take care of your skill. I'm not preaching to you. You can always put that out there, but just, we got to take care of this, man. We got to take care of this and learn from those that have come before us and have paved the way and who have gotten kicked out of casinos and gotten into trouble. So anyway, let's see what you guys got going here. I was yapping there. Sorry about that there. Let's see here. I gotta catch up here. I gotta catch up. I was yapping. Sorry. Do. Okay. Discord for crabs. Okay, that helps while you're taking that money. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Start tipping, absolutely. It's good to tip though, Sam. I mean, from what I understand, they only make minimum wage. Like waitresses. So we certainly want to, take care of them. I mean, my goodness, I had one guy. I was in there. I guess he was having a bad day, and right as I first got the dice, he was harassing me. I'm like, how's this guy know me? Bullshit. There's no way, man. 'Cause he was like a new dude, and he was already harassing me. I threw him short one time, but he was already harassing me before I threw him short. Threw him one time. You throw the dice harder. So after that, he just kept saying, kept saying. So finally, I tipped him. I didn't hear another peep. He was like wanting to set the dice and send them over to me, like close to how, as close as he can get them to how I'm setting them, before I throw. So, I mean, it definitely does work. It definitely helps. Jacob, what's Discord for crabs? What, I don't know what that is. Charlie, I have been having good rolls with the all sevens, making it comes off. Oh yeah, that off access. I mean, did you buy Cuckoo's Ninja's thing for $5,000? Is that how you learned to throw off access? Oh man, give me a break. I'm just playing with you. I'm not making fun of you, Charlie. It's, Cuckoo over there. He's been watching all the videos and everything out here that we put out regularly, throwing off access, dice hitting the sidewall, bouncing clear around the damn table and all this shit. Then talking about, well, I got this off access now. Well, all he ever talked about was on access. No one ever talked about that till they seen Bone Thrower, and then Dangerous Arm came up after. But I never really talked about the shit. You know what I mean? I just throw them like crazy ways that, it makes people go, well, how the hell can you do that? It's not in the books. Well, yeah. Yeah, we're paving the way for new shit. But anyway, so, my landing zone, sorry, Cushmaster, it depends. It depends. When I'm throwing into the corner, or if I'm just throwing regular, anywhere from, 2 to 6 inches. But if you're throwing the off 7 set where it's a 5, 4, 3, 5 dice set, like a off 7, or um, 5, 4, 3, 2 dice set. If you're using that one, you want to make sure that you bring it off the wall more than 2 inches though, because you want to give it enough room for the dice to work. Because you're going to be throwing them pretty good. You want them to land and then have a chance to work and break away from all that action. Because you're throwing them where it's just you're neighboring up with the 7, with the off 7. So, but other than that, yeah, that I like 2 to 4 inch or 2 to 6 inches is pretty much my thing. Right beyond the pass line here, and I believe that's within 10 inches. Within 10. You know what I mean? I'll actually measure it right now. Let's see. It's been a while. Oh shit. Sorry guys. Ah, damn it! I forgot I had this thing on. Shit. All right, that was all goofed up. Hold on. Hang on here. Let me fix you here. Damn. That's craziness. All right. Forgot I had these headphones on. Let me go down here and measure this. That was a little crash action there. Yeah, my pass line's at 10 inches. Exactly the back of the line's 10 inches. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I like the 2 to 6 inches. 2 to 6 is where I like. Get the headphones back on here. Get plugged back in. Hopefully we don't lose you again. Okay, we'll plug back in. So yeah, 2 to 6 inches is my landing zone. Um, Discord is a chat room for gamers, but I can make one tailored for crap players. Oh, I see. Aha. Very interesting, Charlie. Very interesting. Or I'm sorry, Jacob. Sorry. Hey, Jason, good to see you. 3 feet away, but I was playing by myself. Nice, nice. It's always good to play. I like playing by myself, where they uh, just push the dice back to you real fast. I mean, real fast. Yeah, the craps forum is really old and outdated. You know what I mean? I mean, we need to be able to get more of these people, on the real stuff. And, you know, I'm just kind of all over here, but there's a lot of losers in craps. I know, here I go again. Whatever. There's a lot of losers in craps. And see, we're trying to, shut that down. It is a bad atmosphere. It is a bad atmosphere. I've been on there and I couldn't believe the things they were saying about the bone thrower. I mean, it's like, dude, he's one of the best, man. I mean, he really is. I mean, I have confidence that he'll go head to head, toe to toe, anyone. I mean, that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, who's who? Battling it out, like head to head poker. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. We need to have those battles in craps. You know what I mean? So we get the shit talkers. We just get it. We just get it on. Let's battle it out. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? Let's battle it out. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? But yeah, the eights and nines. Yeah, that Euro grip is difficult. I tell you what, man, my fingers can't do that, but I can hold them this other way. I can do my one finger grip where I do like this. Where I hold them like that. But that Yuri though, whew, tell you what, hey, whatever works for you, I mean, uh, do it and stay with it, and try not to veer off of it, and always keep working it. Because I don't want you guys to like think I don't stick with my basic stuff. I still stick with my basic stuff. I just veer off with other stuff because I want to have like a just total array of stuff in my toolkit where I can maybe throw a very difficult throw, but I know that that throw is going to make me money, but I know that throw is not going to allow me to be in there for no 40 rolls, 'cause I don't want to be in there for 40 rolls. Bullshit. I don't whatever. I do not want them to see the game. I'm just telling you, I don't want them to see the game because I used to read in the books about, just as an example, in Dominator's book, I can't remember who it was, but they would talk about people throwing like, you know, these numbers, the consecutive, like 6, 6, 3 8s, back to sixes, bouncing back and forth and do all this shit. And I'm like, man, really? I'm like, damn, that'd be so nice. Now I'm starting to hit them triples and quads, in a row. So, you know, uh, you might get that luckily here and there, but I just don't see people doing that. I mean, I have not really like that, where they'll stick around the same number because they're rhythm rolling. But if they pick up the dice again, they're not going to like roll like number after number like that. You see what I'm saying? And with me, it seems to be like that a lot. And, whatever, man. Or, anyway, moving along. Um, come to Detroit, you can clean it. Ah, yeah. Actually, that's where I want to go because you guys have the good roulettes over there where it's actual the European roulette because we don't have European roulette here, and I'm just not going to take those odds, And I really like betting the sectors, in roulette, man, just stacking it up on them, hitting them hard and getting out of there. Whew. That's another one I like, but you got to watch the crouplette dude, that dude, man, because I tell you what, I was in there this one time, man. Well, it was a couple times actually. Don't think those dudes don't know what the hell they're doing with that ball because just like we work with the dice every day, they're working that ball, and I've looked into it. Those some bitches, not call them some bitches, literally, but I'm just saying, figures. Just saying, those people, those folks, they, when they really are about their craft, they know how to get that ball to land in certain sectors that they want to, and after they can get their sectors down, they start, getting like down into numbers. You know what I mean? They get those sectors and they start getting down into numbers. So you kind of got to watch it on roulette too. You know what I mean? You got to watch the dealer. I'm just putting it out there. I don't know if you guys have experienced that before. The three finger, yeah, yeah. The three finger is a dead giveaway. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, they're so used to the old school stuff,
And we just have to keep constantly. And there's nothing wrong with keeping it. There's nothing wrong with keeping it. We can still pop it out because it's solid for us. We stick with what's solid, but we have to always have multiple tools because we just never know. And we don't really, we might be in there with a disguise on. So we might want to throw a different way. I'm just putting it out there. I'm for real as flies on shit. I'm not kidding you. Disguises, wigs, maybe even makeup. I'm not talking about looking like a girl, and I'm not trying to denigrate or talk down about anyone that may do that. I'm not into that. That's not my thing. But I'm just saying though that, yeah, that I think that's okay. Once you get to a certain point, and some people might think, oh, he's crazy. Well, no, I want to make this shit last as long as I can live. I want to play craps as long as I can live. You know what I mean? Play till I'm an old man controlling the dice. Till I can't, till my shoulders can't handle it anymore. Both shoulders and neither hands because they're too arthritic. To keep taking it to the casinos on their turf. You know. Let's see, it's weird. Some days Yuri grip, some days two finger. Yeah, exactly. See, Charlie, that's what I'm talking about right there. But yeah, Detroit. I hear you guys have some good casinos, and I like the roulette action. But what Charlie's saying there, uh, that's why a lot of reason I'll change grips because, you know, uh, at first, so I didn't have anyone to tell me that it was okay to break out of the box. Like, I was reading the Dominator's books and all this and that, so I'm just, scouring the internet, reading everything I can, and I'm trying to listen to the best people because I want to be the best. I want to be up there with the best, like the elite, that kind of shit. I'm a baby roller. This is at the time when I'm first starting. I'm thinking about this, and so that's what I really listen to. But so it's like, oh, throwing access, all this stuff, double pitch, and it's like it's nothing about using all seven sets, no radical shit. You know what I mean? That I like. I'm all about that radical new shit that looks different. That because everyone's used to. I mean, personally, I don't even like seeing the pendulum when I go to the casino because it's a dead giveaway. I can't even look at the pit crew, the crew, because I can't imagine what they're thinking when someone grabs a dice, like set them and all that, and then they're like, do the three finger front premiere, then they're like, bring it all the way back, then pendulum swing. It's like, geez, everyone's doing that, so you're reading the books, okay, reading the books. I'm not hating, but I'm just saying, I'm just relating. I understand, but I recognized that early and didn't do that pendulum like that because, it just is a dead giveaway. All right, Cushmaster, I hear you. Message on Discord, GG. I don't know what. Oh, okay. Hey, what's up? The one only cloud, the one and only cloud. There we go. I like that name. The one, the one and only cloud. Yeah, I like that. You were feeling the corner toss claw grip post last week. Oh yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, man. The reason that claw grip, the reason I started doing that, because I've evolved on my super grip. At first, I started like this, and I still like that, but with the super grip, I want to keep these dice flying as tight as I possibly can, together as one piece in the air. And so then I evolved to this one where I moved to this finger, the middle finger up front, then like that. I was like this, then I moved to this. See, I was like that, but I really couldn't keep them as tight as I like. Then I moved here. Once I moved this finger up, I could keep them as one piece. Then now with that claw grip, now I can literally keep them a lot of the time as one piece with that. And they're not used to seeing that. You just don't want to show these kind of things too much to these folks. But yeah, that claw grip is nasty. Once you get it down and you actually key on that, once you get it to fly right and land, as one piece, then that's when the journey begins because you're now going to have to learn how to control that bounce off, that bounce from the dice being one piece hitting the felt, and then one stops and then the other one breaks off how they do because it's a specific roll the way when they land like that, because you'll get a lot of kick. You get a lot of kick from that. Now, just to tell you, I've got another roll I'm working on where I throw them into the corner, and I'm, bringing them like this, and I'm literally trying to land them. I'm landing them on each other, so like popping. So it's like, it's like snapping the one down. It's like snapping the one down, and the other comes off. But it's high level of control. Maybe sometime I'll get it down. I don't know. I'm working on a lot of stuff. But that claw, it's dangerous. Believe me, it's dangerous. My wife just bought me some felt to place over the pool table as an early. Well, that's awful nice of her. Appreciate that, Miss Wife. Appreciate that. Helping you get going. YouTube while you're live. What? Live. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, man, that's a lot of action for me right now, Jacob. Um, Kush. I can't keep the dice together with the super grip. Well, are you throwing the super grip to Kush? Are you throwing with the two fingers like this, or are you throwing with the middle finger like that? Um, oh, the first one like this. Oh, the second one like this. Yeah, okay. Well, what's this first finger doing? Is the first finger on either one of these dice at all? It's on the first dice, so it's like this. No, like this. Maybe. Okay, Mador. I got you. I got you. I see. I see. Well, try the claw. See, for me, what the claw does is, I'm gripping it here, like I'm literally gripping them. See, I'm gripping at the bottom, and I'm literally taking this knuckle, and it's like light. I actually make sure my knuckles there first, and then I grab them. And I don't know if it's just me being illusional, but in my mind, this finger right here is like helping hold these together. So when I release them, they stay really tight. That wasn't one piece. They came off. They came apart, and you could see how they fell off like that. But I didn't have the correct velocity on that. Yeah, um, with the super grip, it's not that inline throw. What some people use. It's not an inline throw. I know it looks like that, but I call it the super grip for a reason because it is super. But what you want to do when you throw it, no matter if you're like this, it's okay to throw this way like that. That's okay. What you want to do is when you throw that way, try not to go in line with it. The key with this one, and this is huge, is make sure you get a tilt. Make sure you throw it in with a tilt. You really want to try to get that thing to land like that. That's what I always try to think is try to get it to land like that. Mainly not like this, but like that. You know what I mean? So you're not throwing it directly in there like straight in. You're going in like that, but they're going to be tilted. So, and you're kind of giving it, it's kind of going to drop in like that. You see what I mean? They're going to drop in like that. And you'll get used to that action on there. See, so we'll try this way here. See, that's a 45-degree angle like that. And they, kind of like it's got a, a little tilt on it. I didn't set those or anything. I was just throwing them. But that's one of the keys on the super grip, though. Definitely practice it. Definitely practice it. Now, let's see here. I'm going to go back. Don't want to miss anything here. Well, I tell you what, the one only, Cloud, that curve shot, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to have to pack this up. Uh, the curve shot, I'm really glad you brought that up. Not to sound like a broken record, but the reason I'm glad you brought that up is because some of these throws that, we're seeing online and things like that, like with these curve throws and stuff, dude, that's high level stuff, man. It's high level stuff. I mean, Bone Thrower makes that shit look easy, man. Making those dice walk across the, hitting to the left, and and they walk across I call it walking across, dancing across the table, because they kind of dance across the table. It's always kind of the same kind of roll. You see, to the trained eye, you can see that. So, you don't want to get discouraged. Just keep practicing. Keep your regular rolls. Trust me, keep your regular roll and how you do, and try some of these funky rolls. Just say, all right, here's exactly how it works for me. This is exactly how it works for me. I've already thrown my premier grip for the day, whatever, and I'll be like, well, I just pick up the dice and I'll start throwing. Like I started throwing this one, this 2-finger grip into the side wall. This is the video where I'm not going to show much of it because I don't want the casinos to see this too much. Let's see if I can show you guys this where it hits. I'm going to throw a crasher and it's going to come around and come down and potentially hit this other wall. I really don't want it to hit the other wall because that gives it a little bit too much action, and that makes it 7 out at times. See, that one went off the thing. Hold on a second. That's going to happen though, because you're riding the rim. I mean, when you're throwing these dice, you guys can see me. Like a lot of my dice, they'll like ride down here where it's like close to the thing, tight to the thing, and it'll hit and they'll come off. Or it'll hit up here, and because I have the spin on it, it'll ride the rail and then come down like that. So I mean, it's I don't know, man, some crazy shit going on with this. And I know for a fact I'll be able to keep the dice on the table looking silly at the casino with this. So let me show you again what I'm talking about here. That's the throw right there, guys. Did you see that? Could you guys see how that came off? Like bam, and it came down. That is the throw. I mean, that is a shot that it's crazy. It's crazy. That's all I can say. It's unbelievable. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome, Kush. Yeah, bone thrower's raw. He is. Yeah, when I was finding out first about those the 2Vs and 3Vs, reading about and things like that over at what's called what the hell is that? Those books that Dominator and those guys have. Anyway, they'd always talk about the 2V and the 3V and all that kind of business, and I had some luck with that, some successes, but that was a 5.38. I'm just kind of rolling here, just showing you. I'm just mainly showing you how this roll. That was not the roll. That was not the roll. You see how it came off straight? That is not the roll you want. That is not the roll. Just trying to show you this one because that way you'll have an idea what to expect in this next video. And when I'm throwing this, I'm actually, middle finger is keeping the dice tight, and I'm actually, giving the pressure like that. So yeah, it's a, like someone might say, well, you got to do it this way, huh? You got to do 3-finger grip out. Nah, man. I like to get my finger all the way down, other finger there, and this one will just sit there. It'll just kind of like a guide. See, and I'll even get them tilted up. See, my fingers, they actually have a tilt on to give it that extra spin. Aha, that's key in the corner. See how that did? It's crazy. That thing comes off there, and it's because of the spin you have it, it's going to come on down in there. Now, once you start playing with that shot and you get it down, you'll be like, oh my God, that is crazy that you can do that with these dice. And then you'll understand why I'm saying you don't want to really show that too much. And you only want to pull that out when you can get them quick. Because you can get them quick with this one. Determine your dice set. The craps gold, you can get them quick with this one. But I have it in the video. I'm just kind of rolling, letting you see it. Now in the video, that would be a good roll. That's okay, because we crashed off the bottom and you're seeing them roll to the right. In the video, I'll get back to looking at this thing. Sorry, in the video, I'm going from that side to this side. And yes, you can see the kind of the hands right there. And so we're just kind of coming off there, spinning. Spinning off the wall with a 2 right there, little 2. We're just using the hard way, just kind of setting them, showing you. You guys see how that works like that? I mean, it's just unbelievable, the bankage. I mean, that is like the craziest shot ever. I mean, ever. It's got to be. And then you switch from back and forth. I mean, you just make them dice dance around. That part will look random, the dice dancing around. But when you're sitting there nailing this wall, especially if you're like being cocky, going back and forth like I'm doing right now, banging from left and right, they're going to be like, okay, yeah, right. So you don't want to do that shit. How's it 12? You don't want to do that. You know what I mean? But in this video, I'm just showing you this is what. There's a nice. Did you see that one? Dude, that was nice. It was like boom, and it rode the rim around. I mean, you're going to be throwing the dice with this shot where it's going to be up in people's face, like up in the chips, like hitting the chips, peeling out in the chips, then coming down on the thing. So, I'm just putting it out there. Your hard way is not the 4-2-4-2. I like 54-54. Yeah, well, see, I used that wall crasher. I started, going. Oh, there's one. Now that one. Did you see how that top one, the right one, hit off the wall and came back? That one actually bounced off of somebody. I mean, you're talking about doing some really. I gotta laugh because it's just hilarious, man. When you start controlling these dice like that, this is just, bouncing off those sides, making the dice run out. And see, that's a good roll because that one stopped and then pushed the other one. It was a nice little dance out. It's okay. You'll. To the people who are locked into the Dominator books and all that, they're not going to understand that. They're going to say, no, it's not dice control. Bullshit. I can sit here and do this, not all day long, but, I mean, believe me, I can sit there and do it. I just don't want to show this roll too much because it's really dangerous. It's really dangerous, and I kind of want to, keep it low-key. I know that Bone Thrower's throwing a throw like this. I don't think he's coming off the wall, though. I'm sorry. Well, like to the left. That's just the way I started out. I don't know why, Kush. I just started out that way for some reason. With 5-4-5-4. Like that's that's the way I started out rather. See, that was a gnarly roll. The only problem about this roll they're going to have a problem with is the fact that you're like dominating like the side of this wall, like you're just dominating, and it's coming off looking the same each and every time. You see that one right there? See, the one is like boom, came down, then the other one hit, then would have hit someone right there. That would have hit someone and bounced back in on the table. That's gonna be fun when I do that. That's gonna be fun to do that. I'm like, well, hey, I wonder how they're gonna call that. I mean, if it bounces back on the table, that's a good roll, right? I mean, I'm yet to find out. I've got to find out on that one. I'm nervous about showing that one. I don't really want to hit anyone with the dice. I just want to pull it out so I can make money with it because when I started throwing that throw, actually, when I started throwing over there, I started throwing the claw. I started throwing that claw. The claw, see, here it goes right there. I started with the claw into the corner. I started using this claw into the corner. What the hell is that called? Ripper. The ripper part is when you're actually throwing it. You're throwing the claw. You're throwing the claw. But when you're releasing, you have the 45 degree. You have 45 degree, but you're turning it. So if you're throwing it out, you're kind of turning. You're throwing. You're kind of turning like that. Let's go get that. Boom. Okay. No, I'm not hitting the table first. No, that's I'm not hitting the table first. I'm literally like on that roll I was just showing. I'm bouncing off the wall first. I'm literally hitting off the wall. Let's see if I can show you that again. I'll throw a couple. I'll go from right to left on these. See, that right there came off the top, right off the top, right off the edge. That was a hard 10 hard. Yeah, a lot of people. You got to start throwing off the spikes because there's some control there that you'd be surprised about. A lot of times you might not want to throw an all 7 set into the wall because the spikes actually stop the action on the dice. They actually, when you're throwing directly into them, it'll give it action, but it'll like stop the dice like in place, like smothers them, so they don't really move. When you really want them to move, the way you want them to move, rather. And see, I'm kind of aiming that way as well, and I have my hand kind of tilted. I'm not doing this flat stuff. I'm actually tilting my hand because I want more spin coming into that wall. more spin, each and every time. Of course, that was a 6-1. We're not taking anything on this one, but I was just throwing with a 5-4, 5-4, and with a 6-1, that means the dice are rolling in. So now in this video, the same thing happened. I was throwing a 5-4, 5-4, and I threw, I don't know what, 8 or 9, whatever it was. And so the same thing happened with the 6-1. I 6-1 out like that. So what I did was the adjustment, since they're rolling in, I went like this. I did that because I know that the dice is going to roll in like that. So I made that adjustment, and then I just started ripping. It's pretty nice. But that's the craps gold I'm talking about. See how those rolled out? I'm telling you, man. You get this roll down, it is nice. But anyway, enough of that. I'm ecstatic about that roll. I love it. No, 6 left to right. Why is it better? I haven't tried to throw into the wall. Why is it better? It just depends, the throw into the wall, Kush. I mean, it just depends what you like. I mean, I like it because you can, there's a different dice control there. Then they're not going to have a problem with you hitting the wall. Sixes to the left. Oh, yeah. Okay, we answered that. 6 to the left. No. Well, with the super grip, I mean, I have a throw where I'm throwing and I hit before the wall, but then I have a wall crasher throw. And this is the new wall crasher throw I'm actually showing you here today. A 2-finger wall crasher. Like that. Crashing it. Now, I do have a 1-finger wall crasher. I don't know if I've showed that one yet. I'm not sure if I've showed that one yet. Same thing, just like that. It's the same kind of thing. You see the same similar roll. The key on that will be is keeping that roll coming off, because when you're throwing it, you're like throwing it, and the dice are like coming and they're like chopping down. You're like chopping down. You're not like throwing directly into it. You're kind of throwing there like chopping down, coming down onto the wall. So it gives them a certain kind of roll to the dice each and every time. It's a very similar roll once you start working with the wall. And if you throw directly into the wall, that's another thing as well. There's a lot of different control into the wall, guys. But you can definitely do it. Even Dominator and those guys know you can do it. Yep, light, that's right. A light touch. You're right, Jason. You're right. Absolutely right. That throw I'm showing you is a soft touch going down into the wall. You're like kind of coming down, like I said, coming down softly into the wall. You're not, I'm calling it a crasher, but you're really not crashing, I guess. You're really not crashing. You're kind of coming down. That actually hit the wall. It came down, though. It hit like the bomb 2 inches. And it stayed on the hard way, hard 10. So, yeah, you do want a soft touch on that. You don't want to just, throw hard into the wall. And if you use an all-7, it's not as, I haven't found the success hitting the wall with the all-7, crashing into it. Landing before the wall, yes, but crashing into it, I haven't had the best success because for me, it makes the dice like stop. It hits, and it gives them a certain action, but it's not the action where it like breaks the dice up like you would typically want, like landing 2 inches out or 2 to 4 inches out, and it has time for the dice to break up. If you, that's why I said, with all 7 or off 7 or even a half 7, you don't want to be right up like tight to the wall. You don't want to be tight to the wall. You gotta give those dice enough time to hit and like breathe, to run, break up, hit that wall, break. Okay, so what I want to say though, you got a lot of losers, right? You got a lot of losers out there. Okay, they go into the casino, they're setting the dice, they're looking at you funny, they're throwing their money out there, they never pull the money, right? Here's the deal. We pull our money. We pull it after 3 to 5. Now, I know I'm sounding paranoid again about this, but you even have to think about your betting. Because if you're crispy about your betting, I mean, you just got to be, without getting into the weeds, you got to really, this is, of course, with the consistency, you got to really think about what you're showing when you're at the casino. So you're going to have to be really good. And you shouldn't have a problem with it because you're really good anyway. Because when you're consistent, you're really good. Because it's not easy to be consistent. I mean, how many people do you guys know out there that are consistent rolling the dice? I mean, there's not a lot. I don't know of any. Maybe online, yeah. That's it. I don't, I don't know of anyone like, hey, my buddies or anything like that. They don't put in the time. They don't think it's possible. They don't understand the physics behind it, and they don't have, you know, thousands, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of rolls to see how the dice bounce around like some mad person. You guys understand what I'm talking about. Rasta, they will say it's a good roll. I've seen them call dice like that. Okay, okay. But what if you're constantly hitting that wall though, crashing off that wall, the corner, and it's a consistent roll? Are they going to have a problem with that? I mean, I can see if they're like, okay, yeah, okay, let you get away with it for like one roll and you get a, nice little 20, 30 piece off. But if you step up to bat again and you're doing it again, and it's like, okay, well, that's not a random roll. Are they going to start messing with you? Yeah, hey, I feel you, Kush. I feel you. I feel you. Long as you're consistent, that's really where it's at. As long as you can remain consistent, you're consistent. That's where it's at. Hey, Jason. Now that's a good point. The greed factor that can hurt a player. That can hurt a player. You can be the best player around, but not have control over, you know, your emotions. Just you know, not being machine like, and really you want to be like a machine, but you want you want to be a machine in the way and what you do over and over as far as like making money. You want to be a machine in that manner because we look at casinos like an ATM. And like I said, I'm going to quit talking like that on here because I don't want, you got trolls and stuff. I want them to keep the crap stables out because I'm hearing that they're trying to take the crap stables away. I don't want that. So anyway, you want to keep the heat off of you. You want to remain steady about the money and consistent. But when you're consistent, again, you got to make sure that you're guarding, guarding your skill. Maybe you're a tight player. Like I used to be a real tight player and not bet crapper bets. Of course, I bet them now. I mean, well, because I got the math on my side, but I started betting them anyway, just for the simple fact that it makes you look better. Because you're betting the bullshit. These high edge odds, and you're kind of losing money, and that's another thing. You might want to even. This is going to sound way out there, but you might even want to lose a little bit of dough before you hit them. I don't want to talk that too much, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm serious as can be. Now I'm talking about if you really want to hit them, you might want to pull a Art Schlechter, throw the game, so to speak, and preferably, like you'll have to play the role. Preferably, you might only want a couple, and I'm not going to go over and over and over. I'm just going to say it probably once or twice, but you guys just got to understand what I'm saying, you might have to throw a little bit of dough and lose a little bit, like if you plan on hitting them. That's all I want to say. You might want to lose a little bit of dough if you're feeling it, and you're really going to stack your money up. Like I'm talking about, if you're going to put like 100 on a number, you're like, shit. You might want to lose a little bit first, and then look like you're desperate, like, oh, let me put this up there, then just rip them. Let 10 rip real quick, or rip like 6 of them hard, catch a double or triple in there, pressing, bang them real quick. Or bang them for 10. Like if your average is, like my average is 16, 18, uh, bang them for 12, whatever you want to do. Press each and every one, though. Don't spread the money. Press them. Each one. Don't spread the money. Press the shit on each one. And wait till you double or triple on it. And bang them hard. I'm just saying, if you're on that shit where you're really wanting to hurt them hard, you might want... I know it sounds crazy. I'm just putting it out there. So, whatever. I put it out there. So, yeah, I might be crazy, whatever. So, what you got to do sometimes. So, yeah, the grief factor, we got to watch that. Yeah, Charlie, it's hard for people to believe. They think this internet stuff, oh, it's fake. No, it's, and the thing is you don't want to really get to proving yourself in the casino much because then now you're exposing yourself. I hate the exposure thing. I hate that. I'm all about changing your hats. And my game has changed as far as that. I'm all about looking different every time you go into the casino, looking different every time, never looking the same. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not going to mention this real shit too much, but once or twice because it's that real. I just don't want to give the other side any, let them know what we're doing too much. So, you're in a slump right now. Well, now, come on now. Got to throw through it. At least practice through it. Don't bet through it. Practice through it, though. Bet big, 3-5, and down, hit and run. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The only thing is, if you do that, and you, say if you bang them 2 or 3 times, they're not going to be happy. Because there's so many times where I'm like, yeah, can you turn me off for pulling money down? And I'm like, I'm almost feeling bad. Because they're trying to make me feel bad for turning my money off or pulling my money down because I'm making money. And everybody else is like, oh, I'll just keep leaving my money up I'm going to make, we're going to roll 40 every time. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys have experienced that before, but I hate that. They try to make you feel bad for pulling your money down. So just all kinds of antics they play out here. But I feel you though, man. That's the best way is hit and run. And I used to believe in maybe hitting the casino up, your local casinos up a couple times a week, but I feel differently now. Some might feel different, that's fine, but myself, once a week, hit them up. I prefer, like I said, I would rather have 20 casinos I could play all through the month or 24, like Vegas, work, put in, because it's like a job, it's a job here, work 4 or 5 days a week, probably 4, maybe 5 tops, and because you don't want to experience casino fatigue. I mean, you're gonna be making a ton of money. 4 days really is plenty, to be honest. Work 4 different casinos each week, 20 casinos all through the month, never going into the same casino one time, and that's the best way I know. On top of looking different every time you go in as well, so you're not giving them a chance to gain all this access and this information just on you real quick, We wouldn't really watch that. When I get the feeling one more, yeah, oh yeah, you're right, Charlie. I've experienced that a lot. Yeah, oh yeah, double trouble. You better believe it. Yep, I agree, Matador. Maybe regress and lose a little. Yeah, I mean we have to unforce if we know that we can take it to them. I mean, come on, it's okay to, we're playing with their money anyway. We can give a little bit back so we can hit them. Hit them hard. I think it's a little bit easier to hit them hard like that instead of just hitting them hard and go out. I think it's a little less strainful for them, and you fly a little bit, under the radar when you lose a little bit. You know what I mean? Because you look like everybody else. That looks good. You might look like you got lucky on your next roll. You know what I mean? As long as you leave after that, you don't press your luck, and then looking like you're an advanced player, you should be good to go on that. Not and you're not greedy, of course. Leave with the money. Absolutely, you got to sell it. You got to. Hey, Scott, can you throw the 6464 and show us the awesome throw? 6464. Man, I tell you what, I've laid down some hard throws, man, lately. I'm a little bit, and I'm glad you brought that up. I'd roll and roll, but my concentration isn't. You got to know. You got to know. My concentration isn't the greatest right now because I've rolled a lot today. And at this point, I used to be able to roll for 3 hours and not get burned out. Now, it's weird. It's I can roll up to the point of almost being burnt out. Then I have to walk, not roll. I have to not roll, and it's like I get refreshed. You know what I mean? It's I'm going through that period right now where I need to get refreshed. Because I rolled so much. Trust me, you're gonna like the shit that you see that I put out. The one video, I had to leave, take the missus to work, and so I had to get in traffic. I think I rolled 18, came back, then I finished up. So some people that are haters, they might not believe it. There's no cuts or no edits. You know what I mean? I had to paste it up through the editor, put it together, and you'll see how I did it, that kind of thing. I explain everything there. for our regular viewers. I figured I wasn't even going to release the second part, but I was like, you know what, we might as well go ahead. That way, gives everyone a chance to look at the roles, the rollouts of the roles, and see them hitting, the spots that they're landing and the rollouts and all that kind of thing. I like watching good rolls myself. So, um, you only get to play in Vegas, Matador? What? 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 Uh, so are you in are you on the islands out there? Beautiful islands, Matador? What? There's no casinos there? Are you kidding me? Wow. I mean, I can understand though. I mean, because it does, you know, you do have people who, I mean, we're not gonna lie. And I don't feel, I, I don't now. I've, only people on the internet. We have a crew here of people who, everyone's adults. We don't sit here and say, hey, bet this or what. We're not responsible and all that stuff. Um, some people I know casinos do bring trouble. And maybe they probably don't want the drudgery, so to speak, that comes with it. I mean, the crime, and I mean, because there's that kind of thing. I mean, not from folks like us where we're there. We're just there to get our money. I mean, we're look. Don't mind us. Don't mind us. I mean, maybe bring me a water. I'll be cool with that. Okay, maybe I might have one drink or two to look like I'm looking the roll. What I mean? But I'm not gonna be buzzed, and I'm gonna be here for 20 minutes and I'm out. That's all I'm doing. What I mean? So I understand. Ah, yeah, you consider Vegas Ninth Island. Oh yeah, man, damn, bro. Ah, man, I feel for you, man. Damn, so I can't complain anymore. Well, you just crushed that out. I can't complain anymore. Damn, because I know we have like 5 or 6 I can get to around here. I just hate the drive. I hate the drive. I guess Bone Thrower's not with us tonight. Hey, but I think Bone Thrower's working on something special. He's been quiet for the past couple days. I think he's and like I said, we don't collab or anything. I just man, we're like distant brothers. I'm telling you. I think he's working on something special. I mean, he's got something going. We'll have to see what he comes out with next. I think he's gonna have something going. I think he's gonna probably either be I don't know anything. I'm just saying he might be coming out working on some live streaming action, getting his operation set up, which would be cool. You know, or he could be working on some very low key projects. You know, getting ready to come out. Because he's been quiet past couple days. So you know how Bone Thrower scours the internet and seems to find people who are the real rollers out there. He tends to do that really well. And I have to props to him. I mean, he's like a good like a great music producer. What I mean, someone like talent. Coach or not coach, but someone that finds talent. And then he finds rollers online. Hey, baseball. Sorry, just seen you. I was trying to work down the line here. Hey, baseball. Just seen you. 6544, Scott. I don't know. 6564. I mean, and have to change. Yeah, absolutely, Charlie. Yeah, you get burnt out on them. See, that's why I go with the Craps Gold, and I just kind of put that tag on it because I have a lot of different weird stuff that I'm just trying to keep track of. What I mean? There's a lot of grips that I don't use that I love. I mean, I have a lot of different grips. And I stick with my base ones, but I'm always in search of other stuff, and it's kind of like you keep your base stuff, and it's like let's just say I picked up the dice. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to throw a super grip. I might not be warmed up with that grip, but I have a lot of different grips, and it's okay. This might help someone out there. Because if you have a lot of grips too, and ways you throw the dice, not dice sets, but grips, where you grip the dice, things like that. Uh, don't get discouraged if, you just pick up, oh, you're like, oh, okay, my regular throw is, the premier grip. You throw that, and then you're like, oh, I'll use a super grip, whatever, and it's not working. Well, maybe it's not dialed in. I mean, that's how it works with me. You know what I mean? I don't just, like if I haven't used a grip in, some time or whatever, I have to dial it in. I might seven out, early for a minute. You know what I mean? I mean, there's times I'll definitely be throwing and I'll go long ones, when I haven't even picked up the dice that way. And that does happen quite a bit. But for the most part, I would have to say it weighs more on the, when I pick the dice up myself, I have to redial it. It doesn't take long, because you have muscle memory, and you're still throwing that way. It's just redialing in because you're not going to throw 500 different ways every day or 10 different ways every day. I'm not, because I'll pretty much stick with whatever roll is working that day. Just, the way it works for me is whatever I'm throwing. I'm like, oh, okay. And if I'm throwing like long series for the day, if I'm like doing a lot of rolling for the day, because some days I really put in some work on the table. If I'm doing days like that, I'll get my premier grip out of the way, then I'll get locked in on something else like the claw grip. I've already worked my other stuff, my baseline stuff, so now I'm on the claw grip and I'm working that, and now I'm excited about the claw grip, and now I forgot that I've even been throwing, and now I'm using this claw grip, just ripping it and ripping it, for hours on end. So I don't know where I was going with that, Jag. Sorry about that. Yeah, my point was don't get discouraged if you haven't thrown a throw in a certain grip for a while and it doesn't work. It doesn't mean it doesn't work. You just got to think, just like an athlete that maybe hadn't shot that shot in a minute, or a golfer that hadn't shot that shot. You still have the shot because you still work the shot. You haven't given up the shot overall. Like if you just quit that shot, then it might be something else. But I'm talking about as long as you keep up with them. I mean, at least once a week, twice a week, whatever it might be, to keep that muscle memory maintained. You'll be able to pick up the dice, just redial it in, find out where your sweet spots are on the table. I mean, no problem, no problem at all. Just to help someone not to get discouraged out there. Let's see. Oh, he is, Sam. He's probably working something up in the lab. He always is. Let's see, Matador, what do you think are the advantage of gripping it all the way down as to the high grip? I don't know. I just think that that's my personal grip, to be honest. I don't know of anyone else that does that grip like that. I don't know if it's because I have big hands. I mean, I don't have like NBA hands, but my hands, I can grip a basketball. I mean, won't give my height. I should be taller, you know what I mean? Because I have like 13s and big hands, but I'm not as tall because of weightlifting. Stunted my growth a couple 3 inches or so. So I don't know if it's because of my hands are longer, because Dominator has shorter hands and it like fingers. Like my fingers are a little bit longer than some people I see, and I see people with shorter fingers. It seems like they're just so easy to. They can get into that premier grip. I could not do this grip for a long time, and it pissed me off. So I was like, why the fuck can I get in this grip? My fingers just could not do it. I could not get my fingers to come in like that. Once I started bringing it down, like I don't even, like my front premier grip, I don't bring my fingers all the way down like they say in the book. Or I'm sorry, they don't like the all the way down. You know how they'll say, fingers straight all the way across, whatever. No, mine will be all the way down, and this one will be kind of like that. See how it's kind of a staggered? That's actually my premier grip like that. That's a premier grip for me. Then you have another one with, they're like this on the front, pretty much straight across, but then the back, the thumb is all the way down. The thumb is all the way down on this particular throw right here. And the thumb is bent, guys. This might help somebody out there. The thumb is bent. I don't know if it's because of my finger size. We got to think about this. Not everyone's hands are the same size. See, my thumb is bent. If my thumb was shorter, I don't think I'd have that bend in it. You see, I've seen Dominator. He doesn't have the bend in his thumb. He's got more like this. When I do like that, that just lengthens my thumb. And I've sevened out a lot more like that. So over time, I'm just putting it out there. That's why if you see where I'm bending, I'm really working that bend. I'm really, really working that bend. Really working it. I won't throw them like this. See how they flipped out like that? And that's another thing. They'll start to roll out of my hands. So I have to have that bend, and that keeps them right there perfectly. And also, sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. Don't forget this one. Don't forget this one. Don't forget this one, guys. Oh yeah, I do that. I do that. You have to. If you work with your hands, I used to work a lot of warehouse work, and worked in a hose shop, where so we really did some really rough stuff with your wrists and things. So you get real calloused. Had to wrap skids and stuff. So it's good to file those down. Now I never read that anywhere. I only heard about powder and stuff. But I was like, well, shit. Why don't you file them down? Because I always heard about like less drag on the dice. So if we want to have less drag on the dice, file down your calluses. So that's just, my motto, my theory on that. And when I started doing the filing down my calluses, my throw became very, very, very consistent. I'm just telling you, I can't stress that enough. I can't stress it enough. So I don't know advantages. Well, I can hold on to the dice. I like the control of the dice. It feels like I can keep the dice together in the air longer, closer to the wall. That's another thing, Mr. Mandor. When I throw this way, it seems like the dice want to break up more compared to if I have my fingers smothering the dice. And I know in the books they'll say, "Oh, don't do that, don't do that." Well, you have to have a certain touch on that, and that's why, of course, we file them down. We file it all down so that way we can have a very smooth surface. So, because we're using more surface of our skin, so we want to have as much, since we're using more skin, we want to have it as smooth like a baby's butt, so those dice can just slide on out of there. And when you file them down, I noticed the dice actually slid out of my hands, like actually would come out of my hands. I don't have to, there's no force or anything, they just come right out at the same spot. It's lovely. So I didn't used to have that, before I started, filing them down. Let's see here. Thanks, Charlie. Hey, yeah, we appreciate Bone Thrower telling a lot of people about us. We appreciate that. Thanks, Rasta. Appreciate that. Full press. Let's see, Scott. Full press was telling us you had a huge roll on the 6.54. I don't know. Was it 6.5? Hold on. 4.4. No, there can't be a 4. You mean 6.5 on? Oh, 6.5 on top. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This one here. Yeah, this is a beginner's die set. That's what I call my beginner's die set for the beginners. It's not the hard way, but it's good though. It's a good one. Yes, this is a good dice set for beginners. We've got almost 300 videos, so one of the videos I'm using this set a lot. It really helps out for the double pitch. Double pitch, it's going to help you out. Because I double pitch from the top. And that's another thing to learn is if you're throwing the hard way set, are you double pitching on the top? Like, see how it's 4-4 back here? Are your dice double pitching like that, then that 4 is landing on the top? Or is it the 5 staying on top and you're hitting a 5 deuce? See, I'm more of a top guy. They'll double pitch and I'll hit these numbers on top, so I know that I can change my dice at the top, and it's not going to affect me. I'm not going to double pitch on these sides, on the back or the front part of the dice. You see what I mean? And those roll over to the top. That's rare with me. That's a key to know, guys. I double pitch off the top. Yeah, but the 6.454, that's what I'm actually using in this next video that I'm going to be releasing after we get off here. Of course, damn, minute 20. Hey, I'm always going over an hour. Let's see here. Yeah, hey, that cup tip is a factor. And don't forget that 6.454. It is, yeah, it's a nice die set. It's a nice die set. I was using that in the video, like I said. See, I don't, I'm cold right now. I don't have anything. I'm just yapping here. Let's see here. We'll try to fool around with a couple throws with that for you. Let's see here. I did break one cup. Oh, I'm breaking cups, huh? Yeah, You'll have that. Hey, but you're welcome for the cup idea. It's a factor. There's a factor, and you got to know. Some people have, like my brother has a really long thumb. My brother he doesn't throw dice, but I'm just saying he has a very long thumb. You know, I'd probably say mine's medium to maybe larger than the average. That's why I have to get the bend. I'm just saying this is a factor because Dominator, he's got a good grip. He can do like that, and I wish I could do that because then I could really do that premier grip, and that is an awesome grip if you have a shorter thumb. I will say that. I will say that on that. Oh, 516. 516 Cadillac point on that. 516. Yeah, this is a beginner dice set for all beginners. I would suggest using it. I like it myself. Again, I'm just kind of shits and giggles. I don't have a dice set or anything. I'm just throwing, kind of looking at the chat board, trying to get through this here. I got to eat. It's getting late for me. Let's see. I see cover. Exactly, Matador. Exactly. Yeah, so you gotta. It's just really kind of drilling down into it. You want your fingers to be as smooth as a baby's butt, really. Like mine, you can hear. You can hear that. I need to file them bad. I need to file these guys, man. This crap, man. See this? It's just rough, man. It's just rough, man. I gotta file all that crap on the side, man. Because all that shit, when they're rough, you might have some little shit sticking up, man. It's pulling on those dice. So that's going to make you double pitch, or make your dice open up on you. It's going to make your dice do weird stuff, believe me. You got to understand that minutia, creates big results. That's why I say, this little thing right here, this little filing thing, it creates a big result. Overall consistency. Your fingers are smoother. The dice are able to actually glide across, especially for men. Women have soft fingers, so that's another reason why women are dangerous, because they're not going to probably have to file their fingers, unless they're construction workers, that kind of thing. They're going to have smooth fingers, which mean the dice will flow the easiest with less friction. What you want to do out of your hand, so that's why we do that. Yeah, definitely wash your hands. Yeah, dirty fingers, it's no good. I clean the dice with soap and water. Oh, wow. I have to try that. But you can't do that at the casino, though. Aha. Don't want to get spoiled. The Mutant 3V. I see. I see what you're saying. The Mutant 3V. I see. Yeah, see, because with me, it's hard for me to double pitch on this one. I'm easier to stay away from the double pitch because my fives aren't up top. See, I can double pitch with the fives. That 2 will double pitch. That's a common one. The hard one for me is when they open up. The rare one for me is when they open up. That's very rare unless I'm like working the dice across the table. Then that is why I went to, because I was working the dice across the table, bringing them from right to left off the wall crasher, soft crasher, and they were opening up on me, 6-1 out. So that's why I went to the 6-4, 5-4. See, because they're opening up. So if it's opening up, I'm going to bring it in 1 like that. And then that way it can still come in and then come in again. Then I'll hit 3s like that. Yeah, the Mutant. Absolutely. I never thought of that. Yeah. My favorite dice set, Scott? Man, I don't know. Yeah, it is late. You're right. Yeah, it is late, Sam. You're right. I do have to eat, man. I gotta get these vittles. My favorite dice set, to be honest, I don't. I have 3. I like the all 7 set. All 7. Where it's all 7 all the way around. The 5-4 or 5-4, 2-3, or you can go the 6. I like the 6-1. The 6-4, 1-3 also. I like that one as well. That's one. The all 7 set. I like the half 7 set, where it's a half 7. You just set the 7 up top anyway, because if you double pitch, it's not going to matter. You're going to roll hard way. If you double pitch on the top. Remember how I was saying I double pitch at the top? You got to know where your double pitch is coming from. Some of you at home might double pitch at the side. That means you're going to, or the front or the back, so you're going to set up a little bit different. See? So where I'm setting it up as a 5-4-2-4, you might actually do like flip it up like that. So if you're doubling on the side, the front and back, you'll just flip it, 4 deuce, 4-5, that kind of thing. Whatever, however you want to flip it there. That's the half. And the other one, what I've been launching on the internet, I love this. I never heard anyone talk about this. I love these. I love Dance with the 7. When you're close with the 7. You might be 7ing out a little bit, so it's like, well, I'll just dance with you. 5-4-3-2. I love these sets right here. But with these set, with the off OFF 7, OFF off 7 set, you want to be careful and give them enough room. Don't land them too tight to the wall, because if you land them too tight, believe me, it'll flip. It'll just flip up. And that one will flip up. It always happens. It always happens because you're dancing with it. Give it a little bit of room. Give it like 3 to 6 inches. Let them move a little bit. It's okay. We're not afraid of dice movement here. That's what we're all about. Let's see here. But those are my favorite dice sets, guys. The half 7, 5-4-2-4, all 7, 5-4-2-3, or the off 7, 5-4-3-2. Now that's on one side. Now if you flip them over, you're looking at 4-2-2-4, 4-2-2-4, or 2-3-4-5. I keep them like this and of course you flip it again, 3-5-5-3. But I keep them at a half 7 set where I'm actually using this part of the dice. I haven't started using these part too much. I'm using these, but not too much with the claw. With that claw setup I am. With the claw like that, the back side. But I keep it towards the front because with my control, it really stays on these sides right here. These two sides. I've got it narrowed down to where I'm only working with the front, the top and the front part. So those are my favorite sets though, guys. Oh, hey, see you, Matador. See ya. See ya, see ya. See you, Charlie. Hey, we will see you next time. We'll get bone throw in here next time. 4 deuce 6. Well, if we were following bone throwers principles, we're already done. We're done. We're done. Because, see, we worked our come out, and now we've already got 3 6s. We've already made our money. Just putting it out there. See, I'll probably get off here soon. I'll roll a couple for you here, see what happens with this guy. What was I using? 6-4-5-4 with that one. Into the corner. Oh, 8. Haul. 8. Haul. And that was a perfect example of that roll right there, where we're rolling it to the side. We're rolling it over to the side. And we're sorry that we missed everyone today. Those that might have missed us today. It was kind of sketchy today a little bit, getting everything together. I apologize. And so that was actually a primary hit. You see how the dice landed right on that? Right there, that was a prime hit. Oh, damn. Hang on here, shit, off the table. Yeah, so I have killed it with the 6, with this beginner set, 6-4-5-4. Oh, not now. We're out. 6-1 out. See? It opened up on me. It still opened up. 6-1 out. Bad roll. I mean, it happens, It happens. Now what I would do with that one, I'd look at those dice, and then I'd make an adjustment on that. Okay? Of course, I wouldn't too much concentrate. I don't really give a shit. It's okay. But, hey, we still would have made money, though. Would have made money. You think about it, that was actually a money roll. Because we would have had the 6 pressed up, and we hit an 8. Although we only hit 5 rolls, that was a money roll because we hit 3 6s in a row. I'm glad that happened, actually, because some might get discouraged off little rolls, man. You can't get discouraged off this. Although it's not regular, but you can't be discouraged off of 3 6s in a row. You see, because you got a 6, and if you're working your 6 on the come out, you press the 6, then you hit a double 6. And if you work the come out, you would have hit the triple. I don't like the 6s, but I'm just saying, you would have hit a triple 6 and done the damn thing. Either way, you still would have done the damn thing. You know what I mean? You would have done the damn thing because you would have had a pass line bet. You had a 6. I'm just breaking it down because some people just beginning might not understand that it's not always about the big long rolls. That doesn't mean shit. You know what I mean? It looks great and all that, but what really matters is did you hit the numbers you needed to hit and pull the money down? We hit a 6, we hit a Cadillac, so that means we would have hit without working out. We would have working the come out. We would have hit won a pass line. Would have won a pass line. Then we would have hit a 6. Then we'd hit an 8. So is that 3? 3? Is that right? Anyway, I'm confused, man. Shit. Anyway, though, 3 6s in a row, you can't get away from it. That's money. You know what I mean? Doubles and triples, to me, that's money. You know what I mean? Because you can walk away with doubles and triples and then 7 out. It doesn't mean shit because you know that doubles and triples, that's where the money lies at when you're pressing specifically that one number, not spreading it. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But if you spread the 6 and the 8 to have them both come up and you hit the 8 and so you had a nice little baby pressed up 8. You could do that, or you could just stay on the 1 and press them up. That way you're kind of staying with what you're hitting. You're not kind of having money out there not working for you, so to speak. Thanks, Kush. Thanks, Kush. Yeah, so, that was a horrible roll. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, it's going to happen. I'm not going to pick up the dice and roll because I know I end up going long next one. I'm not going to do it. Whatever. But the 6, 4, 5, 4 is a good beginner dice set. And the way how I would make the change on that one, since I 7'd out that way, let's see, if I was using that and if I 7'd out, that means the 1 dice is moving up on me. It's moving up. So I'm getting this kind of thing right here, like that. So if I'm getting that, I might actually want to do this. Go with that all, 6, 4 set like that. Believe it or not, that might be the set for this next roll, if they're rolling like that. Or it could have just been a bad roll. That's why when you are using the craps gold, meaning you're really studying your roll and finding out, you want to, when you're doing that, like say if you're rolling like, okay, like I just rolled, I got 7 out. That 7 wasn't a really concentrated 7. I wasn't really concentrating on rolling and doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. So I don't really know if that's the correct way that I'd be 7ing out. You see what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Hope that makes sense because you really want to make sure that you're getting a correct 7 out, not just, I know we're going to have shitty 7 out, but you want to make sure, like if you're doing the craps gold, that you get a regular consistent throw and then have a 7 come out like naturally. That way you'll have a better, in my opinion, mathematical chance of honing in on the correct dice set adjustment to make. That's just important key information, I feel myself. Well, the next one, Jason, Tuesday or Wednesday, man. We got these new dogs. They're only 12 weeks old, so, and I'm potty training. I'm breaking them, you know what I mean? I don't use the pads and all that crap, so I'm getting after them, me and the wife getting after them. Gotta, I'm old school, put their nose in the pee. I know some people, whatever. I mean, whatever. I'm not abusing them, whatever. But I've never had a dog. I mean, you only got to do it for a little bit and they get the point. They're pretty much know what's up now. Now they're just kind of feisty and you're not going to keep them from fighting, that kind of thing. So, and, depending on if the missus is working on Tuesday. I'm not trying to ramble. I'm just saying that's why it's hard for me to really give you, a locked in, like, hey, I'm going to go Tuesday or Wednesday because, I might have to drive and that kind of thing, drop her off to work. So I'm just keeping it 100 real with you guys, 100 real, because I want to definitely, get this locked in, guys, for sure. But Tuesday or Wednesday, That's right, Rasta. You got to know your role. You have to know your role. Speaking of role, whoo, 145. So I was going to go an hour. Um, Hope everyone had a good one. I'm sure stuff we didn't probably get out. Uh, I need to write, these damn dogs, man. I didn't get a chance to make a shit. As soon as I sit down, I mean, they're like kids. It's hard to write some notes down you know what I mean? Trying to bite through shoes, and you know how they do. I mean, they're trying to chew on everything, man. They're crazy, these guys. And you gotta get after them. It's their teeth, their teeth. And I mean, I've got them tennis balls and toys and stuff like that. But sometimes they want to go after your feet or your shoes, that kind of thing. Absolutely, yeah. Make sure if you haven't subscribed, Jason, subscribe and hit the bell. Make sure that you specifically hit the bell to the right. That way, anytime we release a video, it will give you the notification. Or once we go on live, it'll immediately send you a notification. They should. They should. But appreciate it, though. Thanks for stopping in. Well, everyone, any last words for anyone? I think I'm scrolled all the way down here. I don't see anyone saying anything here, guys. Yeah, I'd pick the dice up and roll again, but I'm like burnt out on it. As far as to conclude that little thing of the burnout thing, how I get through it is like I used to experience actual burnout, but I would keep rolling. I want you guys to know I kept rolling though. I mean, I would keep rolling. I'd be burnt, and I would keep rolling for hours. Like rolling bad, being pissed because I'm rolling bad. I'm not necessarily suggesting that. I'm not necessarily suggesting that. What I do want to suggest is try to get the best, and this is key. This is really key. Try to get the best out of your sessions, out of your practice sessions, whenever you're rolling at your place, what have you, practicing. Try to really make them the best practice you can. I mean, I can tell you that from experience now. I used to not do that. I used to just go, I'm putting in the time, because I had to put in the time. I had to do it. You know what I mean? So I would experience burnout, and I would just keep going and going, just like some crazy person. But now, I won't keep going and going. If I'm having, like, it's like I can tell the signs. I'll have a bad day rarely, to be honest. I'm focusing. I mean, that's not bad. I still would have made money. I mean, as soon as I seen that 666, I'm pulling the money down like, oh shit, hold on a second. Because normally when I 666 like that or something early on like that, the 7 comes out quick. That's something I didn't tell you. I don't know why that happens. I've just seen the math with me. When I do it early on, like that, for some reason, the 7 wants to come kind of quick. But if it doesn't come quick, then it becomes really nasty. I end up like pulling in like a second number where I'll do like a triple and quad, just stuff. But just little patterns. You got to notice the patterns, you know what I mean? But you got to make it the best practice you can. And if you're just starting out, I'm not sure that I would suggest working through the burnout. Okay? I wouldn't suggest it. I would certainly probably walk away. And it might suck because you're like me, I'm hard-headed, and I wouldn't walk away because I'm trying to figure like what's wrong with my role. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out, how I need to tweak it so it's corrected, because I wasn't consistent at the time, and all of a sudden I'd have my throw together. The next thing you know, my throw would fall apart. Yeah, I started late tonight. Sorry, Rasta. Yeah, I started late with the dogs and things like that. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, so we didn't, things are a little bit funky there. But yeah, I would literally get really upset because my roll wasn't consistent. I'd have a good roll. I'd throw like 60s, 50s, 40s, but I wouldn't have the consistent, like, just constant, like, just die hard consistent. Like, now it's like die hard, like, ridiculous. Like, as soon as I set a dice set, it's going to be in the money. You know what I mean? It's going to be right in my range of where it needs to be, whatever my average is, 16, 18, whatever, 20, whatever it might be. That doesn't mean shit. What matters is pulling the money down. Pulling the money down. Pulling the money down. Because you can have an average of 8 to 10, but if you can bang numbers, what the hell? That don't mean shit. That doesn't mean anything. Because you can throw numbers. You can throw 4 in a row. You can throw 5 in a row. You can throw 3 in a row. You see what I mean? So, just trying to, like, blow the shit out of the biases that, if anyone that's on here still or watches this down the road might have in their mind. Because we have to get rid of those biases, believe me. And like I said, to conclude that, don't work through the burnout. You know what I mean? You might want to just let up, ease back. Don't be a mad person like I was. You can be. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying I think it'd be more beneficial for you on your brain and your health and everything from getting pissed like, oh damn it, and you're trying to get something to work and you're hitting your head and not getting to work, and here it is hours later, you're still not correcting the problem. The best thing really to do is to walk away and just try to put it out of your mind. Although it might be hard, for someone who's, you're like, I got to figure this out. I totally understand, but I'm telling you, it's okay to walk away. Leave it be. Leave it be even for an hour. Whatever. Just let it go, and, it might be even half an hour, 15 minutes, whatever. Just break that concentration, whatever you're in. You see what I mean? Break whatever you're in. Break that shit. Break that shit. That shit's whack. Break it. Because that's not what you want to be in. And that, if you can start doing that, I think will bring people closer to a consistent role, because people will start having better roles, because they'll say, oh, I'm starting to get shitty now. Because you'll notice, especially when you're developing your consistency. It's a shame people left, because now I'm getting into the good shit right before I get off. When you're really developing your consistency, you're going to notice how you'll be really consistent, then it falls off. And that's what was hurting me, because I'd be really consistent, but then it would fall off, and then I'm throwing like shit, and I'm like, okay, what happened to my throw? What happened to my throw? You know what I mean? What happened to it? And so I'd work on it for 3 hours, 4 hours, and wasn't getting nowhere. But I did notice that when I would walk away, those very few times, and I never, ever, ever have taken a day off. You know what I mean? My mom, when she passed, I think I had a day off there or something like that. But I haven't, I don't take days off. I always, at least roll a little bit, at least a little bit, if any, to keep that muscle memory, keep everything nice and flowing, because your body wants it. If you're rolling and rolling, like I think you're probably rolling, your body's going to want to do this, because you're in a rhythm. You want to stay in a rhythm, just like a great golfer or shooter. There's no reason to get lax now. I mean, but you don't have to do all the practice that you were doing and the up and downs, because you'll experience the up and downs, like hard up and downs when you're going. At least I did when I was working on becoming consistent. Yeah, in your practice, exactly. Exactly. Well, I'm going through that when I practice. Exactly. So what you want to do, Sam? See, I knew someone out there. Because I wish I could have the time back, but whatever, it's okay. I mean, it can help someone out now. You're going to experience high highs and low lows, because you're going to be on fire. Then the other side of the fire is going to be whoop. It's going to drop off. You're going to say, what the hell happened? Because you're like, it's kind of like the stock market going up, going down, going up, going down. It's trying to find a nice happy, because you're trying to find a happy medium. You're working on that consistency, so you're going to, have that up and down kind of chart. If you were to chart out your rolls, you'd see an up and down chart, and over time that up and down chart will level out, or it'll be just very little blips. I mean, you'll have highs because it'll be long rolls, but your lows won't be lows. Your lows will pass like your base level. It'll be rare, and when you go past that low, it'll spring way back up to compensate for it. I hope that makes sense. I didn't make that too technical. I read stock charts, so those are kind of patterns that happen. I notice those kind of things when I roll. So walk away. It's okay. Even for an hour, half an hour, just break your train of thought. I guess is what I'm saying. Break your train of thought by just getting away, freeing your mind, take a walk, then come back. You know what I mean? Let the anger go, because you're not going to have the great concentration you're going to need to control these dice with anger on your side. I assure you. You know what I mean? We're not angry throwing the dice. We're in a zone, bringing the money home. That's what it's about. With my new, oh yeah, absolutely. You have to put the time. You have to put the time in. But once you put the time in, and have the time in, you're not gonna, like I don't know how Dominator and those guys do it, but I'm always staying on it. You know what I mean? I'm always staying on it. I don't let up, because I don't want to let up. I want to stay nasty and keep like being more dangerous, so I can, you know, put whatever money I want up and get them and get out of there and get out. That way it's just, oh, okay, tip the people, and they're like, who is that guy? Oh, well, no, I hope he comes back the way he was tipping people. You know what I mean? That kind of bullshit, whatever. And then they don't know who you are. But serious. Last thing again, on your road to consistency. So if you're having high highs and then you're coming low, like going low, your consistency is trying to come up. So you just want to walk away when you're at your lows. I mean, try to work on and make improvements. I'm not saying walk away, from, trying to make adjustments to a throw because your throw has been working all week. All of a sudden, where the hell did the throw go? So you're going to work on it. You're okay. Maybe I'm not releasing at this height, or maybe my fingers are coming apart in the premier grip, because that's a big part of it. If people throw the premier grip and they release, a lot of them release like this with their hand open. You don't want to release with your hand open. You want to actually release with your hand closed. Keep them closed. So that way those dice are going to mimic what your hand's doing. Because if your hand's opening up, those dice are going to probably open up. Just a little tidbit, guys, I'm putting out there. So, you got to walk away. Don't sound like a broken record, but I didn't walk away. And I stayed there and pounded it and got burnt out and experienced some really rough rolls when I was way better than what I was showing. You see what I mean? You don't have to put yourself through that and beat yourself up, your head up against the wall. But at first, you're thinking, well, I got to do this because it's going to pay off. It will pay off, but I think we can get there a little bit faster if we just ease back a little bit. It's okay. Not be so obsessive like I've been in the past. And I still am at times. I can't lie. Sam, I notice when I'm in for an hour and a half, that's when I start to hit those back. Exactly. That's when you walk away. See, if you notice that, that's your time. You're just done. Like with me anymore, if I of course it's not about me, but just saying as an example, I'll roll for, like, if I pick up the dice and I roll a good roll, I won't roll again. I won't roll again because, to be quite honest, I'm kind of spent. I've put some concentration in, and, I'm coming out of a zone now. I'm talking about like 30s, 40s, that kind of thing. I won't roll again because I don't want to test the water. It's like, then I feel like I'm like hurting myself. I know it sounds messed up at first. I didn't used to be like that. At first I was like, no, I got to find out if I can go back to back, back to back. But now I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that crap. I just let it be. I'm just like, okay, well, the roll's hot. Let me just go ahead and walk away. And so when I walk away and I come back, guess what? I'm still hot. And so maybe that's something out there for you guys. It is. That's right. That's right. I mean, I guess that's what the point is, we need to know when we need to take our breaks. Know our roles. It's going to be a key factor. Guys, I hate to get off here. So much to say. I know it's getting late for folks. We will be back on early next time. Next time I've got to still, I'm going to be releasing, try to release both of them. One's going to be, I'm working on the edits right now. It's a long roll. I won't give up the, excuse me. I won't give up, I won't give a spoiler or anything like that, any spoiler alert, but it's a nice long roll, to say the least, into the corner. Anyone that likes a good roll will appreciate this. I did not do any funny stuff on or anything like that. All I did was drop the wife off. I had to break my roll. I came back. I did not 7 out. I picked up the dice and I just started rolling. Kept on rolling. That's all I did. So, and I have the one that I did before this one as well. That one will not have any edits. That will be released immediately. I think that one's like a 16-minute video. So right after we get off here, it will be released immediately. Should maybe be like 20 minutes, something like that, if that. I don't know, maybe 5, 10, wherever long YouTube wants to take. I hope the live is on Tuesday. I'm off that day. Okay, Tuesday. Well, hey, that's what we need to find out. What day is going to be best, for more of the majority, and that's the way we'll try to go with it. I'll try to go with that way. You know what I mean? But I've got these dogs. They're crazy, and I have to. Uh-oh. Hold on a second here. Sand battery's low. Shit. It's about to cut off. But so that's the way we need to work it, though, guys. Hate to get off here. Battery's cutting off on me. Thank you, Rasta. Yeah, we're gonna be releasing it. It's gonna be a nice one. I noticed you guys checked out that one video. That was a hot one where I was throwing those the 888s. Man, that was hard as shit right there. That was hard. When you get to that level of dice control. Yeah, oh yeah, it is that time on the East Coast. It is that time. I'm trying to behave. I'm trying to behave and get to bed earlier than my regular 5, 6 o'clock in the morning kind of thing. Edits and I'll just come out and I see the table and I hadn't thrown for hours, you know, because I'm in there editing, and you know it's a big release for me. So I'll get on the table and start working it, and then I'll tell myself, well, I'm only going to be on for a little bit. Next thing I know, I get on an hour roll. I'm like, well, okay, well, you know, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. But if I had to work or not, I'm in. Okay, I appreciate that. Like I said, I think we should get everyone and find out what the, you know, majority is. You know, because it was a little bit messed up for folks tonight. I'm sure people will check out the rebroadcast or whatever. Check it out. Um, I'm gonna try to have some notes though, because I really want to. I mean, I can't go into uh, the importance. I mean, the importance dice control. You gotta be consistent, and it's hard to get consistent. So you gotta walk away. I'm not telling you what to do, but you know, I wish someone would have told me to walk away because that would have helped save a lot of time and headache. And I feel like my skill would have. It's kind of like it's kind of like leaving on a good note. Okay, you leave on a good note, right? You leave on a good note, good roll. Then when you come back, you know, as you're, let's say you have a good roll, right? Then you go to sleep. You roll one late, and you're a late night practice, and you go to sleep, and you know, once you go to sleep, and you say you end up on a good note, you roll whatever you roll, good, you're rolling good. It doesn't matter what you're rolling good, and you sleep on that. Well, your body, you know, you end on a good note. Your mind is literally going to be breaking that down. You know, releasing all the endorphins, everything feeling good because you walked away on a good roll. So it's going to be trying to gear your mind, your body, your muscles, and everything to be that because that's what you trained. You know what I mean? You had that good positive feeling and everything. I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but it's much better to go that route than training yourself bad form and going in because that's what happens. We're having good form our first, you know, while that route, you know, like someone was saying an hour and a half, and then, you know, basically your form falls to shit. Well, yeah, you know, it takes a lot of concentration on these dice. We're not, you know, I know it sometimes seems like you're just throwing them out there, but no, you're concentrating because you're thinking about having those fingers tight, keeping those dice tight, or my fingers tight. Okay, am I getting the right tilt? I mean, and this stuff might all be automatic, but you're still subconsciously going through it. And I still am always, are my fingers tight? Is my thumb bent? Do I have my kickstand out right? Are the dice staying together? And I'll have all those things in my head, just those couple little three things in my head. They're narrowed down, and it's like, phew, like real quick. Then after all that's locked in, I'm confident. Then I look over at the target. I see my target. Then it's like you know, it's like yay big. Then it just comes in. It's like I look at the area, then it just comes in. Then I'm throwing. You know what I mean? As soon as it comes in, that's when I'm releasing. So that's, you know, man, that was a wall ride. Is there live craps tables? Is there live craps table in Florida? What? Yeah, they should have tables at Florida. Oh yeah, the wall ride. Yeah, that, you know, I actually like the wall ride. You know what I mean? It's, you know, it's more of a wall ride. Exactly. They don't have hold on a second. You don't have casinos in Florida? Is that what you're saying? Is that what I'm understanding? That's BS right there if that's the case. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, whoa, okay. All right. Whew. I was gonna say, whew. No crabs. Uh, hate that. Yeah, that does suck. Man. You know, we're gonna call that the wall ride, though. I like that, the wall ride. And it is slick, though. But you know as well as I do, if you go in a casino and you're just whipping that thing down there, whipping it, and you're ripping off a 20, you know, watching them, you know, right along the wall, you know, right along the wall, whatever, just banging them, hitting hard ways and all this shit, they're gonna be on you, man. Come on, because no one throws like that. You know, that's not some regular throw unless you're like, okay, like you can do your setup real quick and you're just like, oh, okay. You know, oh shit. Whoops. Sorry about that. Damn it. Whoops. Ah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's So what do you think? You think they'll notice that throw? Because no one throws that throw. No one throws that throw. I mean, I would say they would definitely notice it. You know, but you could do it. Oh yeah, exactly. But you could do it, make it where you look like some random person, just kind of set them up the hard way and just like you've got to throw down. I would have hit someone in the head on that one, but whatever. I mean, you'd have to do some serious practicing because you're shooting into the bowl, trying to get that thing random. But I think I'm gonna actually work on that. Try to work on the random. What'd you call that? The wall walker? What? Where it walks around there? Look at that thing. That is sweet though. I thought so too. But if you're doing that and just banging numbers like that, shooting 8 after 8 after 8, and 6 after 6 after 6, they're gonna notice that. But you know what? There might be something to that random right there. You see, that's a random shot. Hold on now. See, now I've got something new I can work on later on. I can do that random wall roller. Damn, that's nice. That is it right there. You just seen the new wall ride, random roller wall ride. The random wall ride roller. Holy moly, that would have been a point, another 8. This is a bunch of crap. Are you kidding me? I just came up with a new roll with you guys on here. That was bad off the table. Whoops. That would have hit somebody, and they they probably won't appreciate you hitting them. But hey, I'm new to this game. Guys. I'm just kind of whipping them down there. They said I had to. Oh, that was nice, hard 6. They said you had to hit the wall, so I'm just throwing them down here. Just kind of flopping them down. I don't mean to poke your eye out. I mean, I know how to set them, but damn. And see, I guess that makes you really look good when you're I guess that makes you really look good when you're throwing them off the table like that. Let me grab those real quick. Oh man, where did those guys go? Okay, so that is a random roll. Oh yeah, they are dangerous. I mean, that is a random roll though. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be working on this random roll where I'm throwing it down. Tell you what, there's a lot of 8s coming out on this roll. What the hell? Yeah, I'm not taking any numbers or anything. I'm just saying what I'm seeing come out. But that could be something there though. You're maybe. Damn. Well, can you keep the dice on the table, sir? Yeah, I will. But you know what, though? That could be how you play like you're a regular roller, a random roller, a little floppy. Is that you're throwing them like that so much because you're trying to ride that bowl that you're throwing them off the table, which in return makes it look like you're like a floppy, someone that, whatever. Now, that would have hit someone. That would have been our .6 right there because they hit the wall. Hey, but if they're going to call it, off of somebody. Now that was a nice one. That was a come out 7. Hey, my random roll is better than my other roll. What the hell is that all about? I know I'm not showing them, but just saying. I'm just kind of whipping them down there. Just kind of. This is how I do it. This is how I like start off on my, that was a 639. Oh shit. Damn. Sorry about that. We're block covering there. Yeah, I mean, that might be the new way right there. That might be very difficult, but, you got to, kind of damn, that was a Cadillac point. Holy moly. What the hell? See, now, I got to say, this is the kind of stuff that upsets me. When you come over to the table and you start throwing, and then you're throwing, like Cadillac points and all this shit, and you're like, well, damn, why in the world didn't I set up the puck and do my chips? I hate when that happens, man. But I think that right there, guys, is going to be a new roll right there for the casinos, what you're seeing. I think that's going to be a new random roll. I think that's going to be it right there. The twist in it? Oh, yeah. Well, the twist. I'm actually like kind of twisting at the end, actually, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit. Oops. Shit. Damn it. Shit. Hold on. And they both went off. Son of a bitch. Okay, so you're actually seeing a very raw version of this throw, but I will get this throw down. I will get this thing down. Look at that rollout 8. Man, that's nice. Man, that's nice, because that'll at least give them doubt in their mind, because a lot of people don't believe dice control is real anyway. And when you get those long rollouts like that, that's going to keep that doubt in their mind, like, oh, well, they're just getting lucky. They're just getting lucky. They ain't, they ain't shit. Even though they keep throwing 5s and 8s, 9s, and they ain't throwing no 7. You know what I mean? It's just luck, though. I was killing my... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know, I'm trying to keep it on the table. We're trying to keep it on the table here, sir. Oh, there's an 8 hard. Wow. Damn, man, how many 8s can I throw it this way, man? Oh, man. Ugh. Random. I think we have got another roll, guys. Holy moly. Where you can just literally pick them up and chuck them down there. Of course, you'll have to have your range, your range, like I've been throwing this throw all day. That's why it looks easy. It's not as easy to, you keep seeing me throw them off the damn table because, I'm riding that tight line right here. And if this is a real table at the casino, those would actually be hitting someone and probably bouncing back on the table, getting a decision. Sir, can you quit poking people's eyes out with the dice? So this tells me that I'm going to have to do a random roll video out of the corner right here. Just out of the corner using this little 2-finger. Of course, I didn't like that one. It's a little 3, but because it didn't, get the bowl and mix around like I wanted. Now, I know this is crazy, but, oh, you can't do it. Well, all right. All right, you think that all you want, bub. I'm going to keep on working this toilet bowl. Keep throwing 5, 3, 8s all day long, though. Make these monies and get the hell out of Dodge. So that's what we're going to be doing, guys. We're going to be working that one. That new little roll. It's a 4. I really have not 7 out yet. I wish I would have marked this shit, man. It's irritating. This is what happens when I'm like by myself rolling. I hate that. Now that one, I hit the floor or the ground first. Hard 10. I hit the table first on that one. That's a hard 10. I'm just throwing them down there. That's a nice one. That's a 7 out on that one. I imagine. Finally got a 7 on that one. I wish I would have taken those on that one. I wish I would have, done the numbers. That would have been a probably nice little random roll. Yeah. 54-54. Oh, yeah. 54-54. Now, with that 7 out, that's a double pitch. The way you'd want to go in on your next one, say if you're at a practice session, a double pitch, if you're using a 54-54, that means you had the double. No problem. You could either go like this, just bring the 1 die up like that, or bring the 1 die back. Probably bring the die up because your 3's right there. Hide that 3 a little bit since that's the one that's coming. And then you start working that die set like that. Oh, look at that scud. Jeez. Man. But that is how you make the real money right there, guys. You literally can do the craps. That's literally the craps gold right there. That was a nice rimmer. 5-3-8. First one was a 4-1-5. That's how you can do it, guys. Change those dice sets and let the dice rip. There's a 4-1-5, 4-1-5 on the point on that one. Yeah, I'm just shitting around, guys. I'm just BSing around right now at this point. But that's what you can do. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. That craps gold is gold because shit. Hold on, sorry. Sir, can you keep the damn dice on the table? It's ridiculous. Alright. Sorry about that. We lost the dice again on the table. You said you hit a 61 roll with the 54-54 Kush? Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. My best with that dice set is 68. That's actually my best ever. 68. I've been in the 60s a couple times, man. Frustrating. I don't even care to get up into them anymore because it's so much fucking concentration, getting up in those deep numbers, man. You know, and you start getting deep like that, it's just your total zone. You can't think about nothing. You know, you start fighting your mind. You know, your hands start sweating. You start fighting the grip. Your grip. You start slowly. The math slowly comes for you, and you got to fight in your mind, not thinking about the math that you know that's coming for you, because you want to stay on the best roll you can. Hey, that's a nice roll right there, 54. Oh yeah, those are some nice rolls right there. I still won't put them up at the casino though. Won't do them at the casino, you know, because they'll start getting on to you. Well, guys, you just seen what I'm going to be working on. Now, the video that you're going to see will be this one. It's not a random, it's, you know, controlled. But the one we just showed, that is going to be a shot right there. I'm going to work the shit out that shot. And I'm going to work the shit out of this other corner. It's actually harder for me to throw over here than it is to there. This one's actually easier, physically speaking. Oh, nice 30 roll, Sam. Nice. That's nice. The video, I hit in this video that I'm releasing, the long one. The first one, I throw twice on that one. Show you the craps gold. It's pretty nice, that kind of thing. Show you the dice adjustment and, you know, what happens after that, how it is real. But the other one that's a little bit longer that I'm editing, that sucker, I hit the double all tall in that one. I don't know if there's such thing as that, but I hit it twice on that one. Damn, look at that. Wow. Well, sir, you just can't keep the dice on the table. You're done. You know, you can't keep them on the table. You're done. Appreciate it. Yeah, I just can't keep them on. I'm beat up, especially after that last one. I'm like, oh shit, now I got a lot to think about. I'm like, oh man, now I'm going to have to work that. I'm going to try not to be up real late with it tonight, but because I've got another random roll I showed you guys the last time. It's the same way. Just, you know, you're sitting here and, you know, pick up the dice. You know, you're not crashing the wall though. You're not crashing the wall. And you'll use, that's a 617. You'll use the wall. You'll use the craps gold. You know, at the casino on this one. You want to make sure that you get the dice out there past the pass line each time. So those are two winners. That would have been a come out 7. Yo on that one. Just flip them down there. There's a 10 hard. So you've already got 2 wins under your belt. You know, and a lot of times I won't be on the, you know, the money's on the first roll. There's a 3 on that one. So this is just a little random roll. One I have been working on, you know. So you can get your money, get the out of there. That's funky. Now see how I said that's funky? That was bad. They hit and jumped clear out here. Too close to the wall. 6-1 out on that one. 6-1 out. Like I said, the first one I never had money on it. No worries. So if you had that come in like that, well, that's when you're going to go to the 6-4-5-4 dice set. Right there, the beginner set. Let's just see here. Got 6-3-9. Let's see this beginner dice set here. See if we can pull a random. Nope, ain't happening, fellas. We're out. We just lost all our money. We just got our nuts handed to us. We don't know how to concentrate for shit. We've lost everything. We put the whole house on the line and we lost it on that one. I'm joking. That was an 8. But you get the point, though. You know, I'm just shits and giggling right now. But you can, I'm just kind of loopy right now. But you can literally adjust your dice on that random roll. You just got to make sure, exactly, stay low to the table and land them at the same, try to be in the same spot every time. You know, and try not to get that stupid ass pop back like that. That was horrible. I knew when that happened, I'm like, oh shit. That's nothing normal that I'm used to seeing. You know what I mean? So, whatever with that. And of course, since I was using a 6-4-5-4, you know, all I had to do was open up, just come like that, open up like that. So it was easy to 7 out on that one. Just things to, you know, I don't mind you guys seeing the 7s. It ain't shit, you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not, you know, I'm not really concentrating right now. And that is a huge part of dice control is concentration. You know, don't ever think, and I always say this, that I'm not the type where I can, talk like full press. Sometimes I'll get on that when I'm heated, that kind of thing, and I'm just like, and I'm just ripping it. But full press, hands down, is the best. Talking you through it, ripping your ass in half, and throwing a 40 roll or 36 roll, whatever. I've never seen anything like it. I don't care what no one says. He's got it. He's the best at it. Till someone else shows me something better than that, I can't do it. I mean, I can only do that, probably 30-40% of the time. Where he can do it like 90% of the time, like 80-90. I'm more of the guy who I keep quiet, I get in the zone, and I'm real nasty like that. If I'm talking shit and all that, then my game's kind of off. That's why I don't talk at the table. So, some people can do it, which it's better if you can do what full press or bone thrower can do, because then you can look more like a regular person at the table. If you can stay on your concentration and talk, that's great. It's just that's a lot to do. It's just a lot to do. I don't advocate it, but I'm just saying he's the only one I know that's doing it, has done it, continues to do it. So whatever. Oh yeah, he's definitely a sharpshooter, Sam. You better believe it, man. He's a badass dude, man. I wish they wouldn't have twisted his nuts like that, man. That sucks, man. I just hope it doesn't go any further. You know what I mean? Because I know that. I'm not in Bone Throw's finances or anything like that, but he's a badass dude, man. That dude could fucking be a millionaire, no doubt. But as you get better and better at this game, you understand that it's not going to be good to blow your nuts up like that and just fuck up your whole game, trying to beat up every casino you go into for 5 and 10,000 at a time. Pull a dominator move. Because you're trying to get your bankroll. Super stupid. That's not wise if you would like to enjoy this game, because I enjoy it. I don't just like the money. I like the adrenaline. I like everything. I like going in beating the casino. You know what I mean? Because they're always beating someone, so it feels good to beat them. But the dude could mass monies. You know what I mean? So that sucks what happened to him there. But he's a good example of why we have to go low key. They're watching us. That's why I'm not going to show too much of the wall. What did you call it? The wall rider? Yeah, oh, he's talking shit to Dilly. Right. Well, that's the thing, man. He had himself on video, on a video here. Um, uh, you know, I never agree with it, but, he's grown.